Hey, Cheap Cheetah family, how are you today? This is Elle from the Cheap Cheetah Money Show. What's going on? Today, we're going to talk about what book started it all, and let's get into it. You know, I love to read. I'm a reader. And if, did I tell you this before? I love to read. I read all kind of books, but I really like to read finance books. And I don't think there's not too many finance books or making money books or frugal living books or cheapskate books I have not read. And if I haven't read it, at the bottom, you know where to contact me. Let me know about good frugal living and cheapskate living books that you know about, that you've read, that you've enjoyed. Because I would love to hear your comments and suggestions. But I want to show you the book I think that started this whole frugal living cheapskate craze. Remember this book, Taiwan Gazette? I had all three of her books. By Amy Decision, I had all three. She started the frugal living, cheapskate living craze when it came to the newsletters and how to do it and everything. Once she produced this book, everything like took off. Okay? I have all three. There's a Taiwan Gazette 1, 2, and 3. She has some really interesting stories about how she raised her family and the things she's done. Some of them are extreme, like when she talks about the lint, how she takes the dry lint and she mashes it together and makes something of it. Um, Makes an outfit or makes some. It's a little bit too much for me. Just a little bit. Sometimes you can be frugal, you can be a cheapskate, and sometimes you can just go overboard. Like the TLC channel where they talk extreme cheapskates. They go overboard, really, right? She peeing in a cup. Woman peeing in a cup, not to flush the toilet. The woman is doing the husband doing dental work on the wife because of they don't want to spend no money on no. I'm not laughing. Excuse me. They don't want to spend no money on no dentist. That's cruel. It's some of this. I know you're saying it's staged, cheap, cheated. Don't worry about it. I know, but some of it is just daggone ridiculous. It's just truly ridiculous. But getting back to the book part, I think she started off. But let me tell you another good book to read. If you can get this book, I've read this book so much. The Simple Life. Okay, I've read this book so much that it's dog eared. Okay, it's falling apart because this book has a lot of different stories in it about different people. They have this author, Amy Decisions. They have Ray Haynes. They have Vicki Robinson. They have Edith Flowers. This book is about people who talk about why they wanted to live a simple life, how they became frugal, how they became cheap. They're short stories about different people, and they take you from why they did it, the outcome of it. And they give you examples. Like I said, this book is so good, and I don't even know if you can still get it. It's by Larry Roth, if you can see it. This book is so good. Okay, like I said, I keep this. This is one of my books I keep, um, like the library book because I bought it in Barnes and Noble back in the day, and I read this continuously. Sometimes when I feel like when I fall off the wagon and I'm like, oh, I need a little bit of inspiration, The Simple Life, like I said, I don't know if you can still get it. This is a good book, you know, to get you back on the wagon. Also, I like to read, which is another good book, Rags to Riches, More Rags to Riches. This book talks about B.B. King, the Williams sisters, Gloria and Amelia Esteban, Tony Hanks, and so many other people. This book talks about how they started off poor and how they perfected their craft and how they went on to build riches once they came really good at what they did. This is a good book, too. Okay? So, the three books, More Rags to Riches, The Simple Life, and the mother of them all, the Tightwad Gazette. This is two. There's one, two, and three. I don't know if you can still get these in stores, but I know you can get them at the library. These are the books that started it all, as far as people living frugal, people living minimalist, me being a cheap cheater, people being, cheapskates and all that. Those are the books that some of the books that started it, and those are the books that give you some encouragement. Besides, I hope I give you encouragement too. But these are some of the books that started all, especially for me. Okay. Yes, my grandparents, my grandfather, he put being cheap to shame, but that's another story for another time. If I missed any book, as far as other books, as far as frugal living, minimalist, cheapskate, I did read The Cheapskate Next Door, so just so you know, that was a good book too. I also read The Millionaire Next Door too. That was a good book as well. Any other book that I didn't read that you know about, hit me down below and let me know. I'm always into reading good books and stuff. And if you have any suggestions or comments, excuse me, I get my coffee. On the topics that you would like for me to talk about here on the Cheap Cheetah Money Show, by all means, we family. This is what family do. They make suggestions. They tell you what they think. They tell you what they don't think. And just one big happy family. And this is it. So on that note, folks, have a great day. Say that money. And if you like what I'm saying, please become part of the family by subscribing to the Cheap Cheetah Money Show. I love you. I appreciate you. And say that money. Until next time.